Hey everybody, this is Avrix, and as you've seen in the video title, this is a sort of update video to my Avrix Tries video for my Genshin Impact. For those of you who don't know, Avrix Tries is a series of videos where I give my opinions on things like demos and betas, or for video games that I won't be doing a let's play for, whether that be through me discussing it or showing you my gameplay footage of me playing the game hands on. You know, like direct. Of me directly playing the game. And so, do I still like Genshin Impact, the video game that has successfully introduced the Western markets to the hellish gacha landscape that has already taken over Asia, you know, Japan, China, Korea? No, I do not. I am no longer playing the video game, guys. As I said, you know, Genshin Impact is the one game that has successfully introduced Americans and Westerners to the horrible Genshin Impact monetization mechanics. For those of you who don't know, Gacha is basically another loot box system, and there are different types of Gacha systems that are out there. And the one that Genshin Impact uses is called consecutive gacha. Now, consecutive gacha, what it does is it improves the chances of someone receiving a rare reward when the player spends in bulk. So the monetization system, the gacha system, how it works in Genshin Impact is you can the loot boxes are called wishes. That's what they call them. They call them wishes. And for each wish, you get a group of items. And of course, you have a chance to get a rare item. But if you buy 10 wishes at a time, for every 10 wish you buy, you can buy in bulk at 10 at a time, or you can buy one at a time. But for every 10 wishes that you buy, you're guaranteed one rare item. So that's the consecutive gacha system so far. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm seeing. I looked it up. You know, I'm looking at the different types of gacha, and it seems like this is the consecutive gacha system that they're using. But that's not my only complaint about the game. Before some of you fanboys and fangirls say, "Oh, well, he's only talking about the gacha. You don't have to spend money. You can get everything for free." Yeah, I know, but that's not my own. That's not a good excuse. That doesn't nullify my opinion. I don't have to like it. You know, I'm not a fan of the grind. You know, the more I played the game, the more grinding systems just introduced themselves, and it just turned me off, man. I'm not into that, man. You might be okay with spending 500 hours trying to grind just to unlock one thing, but that's not how I like to do things, you know. I'm not a fan of that, but that's only one of my grievances with this game. There are different things that I don't like that made themselves aware to me as I kept playing. When I made my initial Avrix Tries video, I had only played about 6 hours of the game, so I was still in the honeymoon phase for the game. You know, I was really enjoying it and everything, and I was gushing about how great it is, and you know, what the Chinese market has done, how they were successfully able to introduce the gacha mechanics to Westerners by way of Trojan Horse, is that they actually focused on presenting a decent looking game. You know, they made a competent looking RPG, online RPG. The graphics are great. It's a huge open world. The characters are likable. Wow, you know, it draws you in. It really does. I got suckered into it. I didn't spend a dime on the game, but I got suckered into playing it. You know, it looked great, and you was like, wow, this is amazing. This is all free. Holy crap, you know. And they took all of that, instead of just making another generic mobile phone game, another generic crappy mobile phone game stuff full of microtransactions. They decided to first focus on presenting a good game to the players, and then shoving them gacha mechanics into it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I call it a Trojan horse. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, a lot of people fell for a hook, line, and sinker. You know, you now have fanboys and fangirls defending the game. Hey, like I mentioned previously, hey, I've seen these arguments. You know, I've spent 250 hours on the game and I didn't spend a dime. You know, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. This game is amazing. I'm enjoying it. Okay, you can enjoy your game, but you don't need to crap. That doesn't give you the right to crap on people who don't like it, man. I'm sick and tired of why are people like that? You can gush and praise the game as much as you want, but oh no, as soon as you have a legitimate criticism of the game or have your reasons for not liking the game, people got to crap on you for not liking what they like, man. Screw off if you're one of those people watching this. But yeah, among the other stuff that I don't like is I'm not into the combat. I found after playing for hours and hours and hours, I found the combat just to be. Well, I didn't play for hours and hours and hours. I didn't play that long. Don't get the wrong idea. But I just found the combat to be dull, man. Like I was already kind of thinking that early on when I first started playing. I was like, okay, so he only has 3 hits, or 3 or 4 hit combo, and that's it. And then his little elemental attack, and then the tornado. I'm like, okay, this is it. You know what I mean? Like, this is all we got. I feel like the combat is lacking, is bare bones, in my opinion. I'm also not a fan of unlocking. This is new to me. I've never played a gacha game before. This is my very first time ever playing a gacha game. So the whole, unlocking characters through loot boxes is foreign to me. That's not my thing, man. I'm not into that as well, I'm not a fan of having to switch out characters for the right element either. I don't like the weapon upgrade system. I don't like that you have to. The only way to upgrade your weapons is you have to have another weapon to rank it up. You can level up until you reach the max, and then you have to rank your weapon up so that it can continue to level up the weapon. So, and the only way to rank up the weapon is to infuse more copies of. You have to infuse copies of that weapon into the weapon that you have in order to rank it up a certain number. I'm not into that, man. And then a lot of these weapons, the only way you can get them is through the loot box system. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the heck, man? And I also don't like the loot. The loot in the game sucks, in my opinion. They'll have these chests laid out everywhere. Some chests you have to complete a puzzle in order to unlock. Some chests you have to defeat enemies. Some you have to find, and you do all this stuff to get puzzles. You do all this stuff to get the chests. Some of them you have to complete these trials, these time trials, unlock a chest, if I remember right. And then it's all just the same junk. The game has what's called artifacts, and they all come in sets. They all have sets, and they all have different bonuses and stuff to them. So for example, you'll have a set of artifacts called the Berserker set. I forget what the Berserker set does, but for an example, just for the purposes of this video, let's say that the Berserker set increases your attack power by, 1% for every piece that you equip, right, in the set. So you have stuff like that, and they all have rankings. Each set is rare than, like each piece in the set has a rarity to it. So you could get a piece from the Berserker set that's a rank 1. That's a 1-star rank, and then there could be another piece that's a 3-star rank, if I recall, or 5 star is the highest, if I remember right. It's been a little while since I played, but they all have rankings to them. Most of the time, I find myself getting that's all you get. All you get is a bunch of trash and junk in the chest. You get a bunch of low-level artifacts all the time. Most of the time, just a bunch of artifacts. This artifact from this set. They can also have different bonuses to them, like, hey, they can increase water damage by 2% or increase attack power by 1% or 5% or whatever. They all have different stuff on them. Or I could get one. Here's a rank 3 artifact that increases my defense by 2%. Wow, you just get a bunch of junk like that, a bunch of stuff like that, a bunch of the in-game currency, like coins and stuff. That's all you get. So the loot is it's garbage to me. I wasn't enjoying the loot. I wasn't enjoying the combat anymore. It's just wasn't enough, man. The characters, the characters are nice. I agree, the characters are done well. I like the characters. I like Paimon and stuff. It's cool, but characters alone isn't enough. And the grind is just awful, man. The more I play, the more I unlock more grinding systems. I can't stand. I hate excessive grinding. It's just not for me. You know what I mean? It's just a combination of different stuff like that. So yeah, if you enjoyed the game, that's great. I don't enjoy it. I stopped playing. I didn't play for too long. I played for maybe a week after I did that AvirxPlays video, and then I think it was like a week. And then I was just, I wasn't feeling it. The co-op sucks as well. At least the early ones that I did a couple of dungeons. I did like a couple of them co-op. They suck. They're the easiest thing ever. You could do them blindfolded. I'm like, why would I need the co-op for this? They were very disappointing, man. The dungeons, you literally just you walk down a little walkway into this big arena, and then it's like three little weak enemies that you just kill in like a few hits, and then you're done. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, why on earth would I co-op for this? This is horrible. So yeah, I don't know if if the co-op gets better the more you go along, but of course I don't play it anymore, so I don't care. You know, I don't care, man. I feel like I got my fill. I played it long enough to discover that I don't like the video game. Yeah, the loot box mechanics and the gacha, you know, the random chances stuff is awful. There was the game made 250 million in this first month, so it's doing good. Unfortunately, it's making a lot of money. You know, you have a bunch of dopes out there throwing money into a hole. I'm sorry, I call you a dope. You know, I mean, hey, I'll defend your right to enjoy the video game and do what you want with your money, but I don't understand people who. There's this one YouTuber who paid $400. He spent $400 on the freaking video game, man. You know, on the gacha mechanics on Genshin Impact. And then in the comics video, I saw this bozo, this dope, replying to a comment. He commented on the video. He was like, $400. Those are rookie numbers. I spent 600. I'm like, are you kidding me, man? People actually they actually see this as a good thing. Like, this ain't a flex, man. I'm sorry. This don't make you look cool. If you actually applaud the fact that you able to, or you congratulating somebody for throwing $600 something at a mobile game, I'm gonna call you a dope. You an idiot, man. You stupid. I'm sorry, you stupid for. Come on, man. But yeah, so yeah, that's how I feel about the game now, guys. I don't like Genshin Impact anymore. I meant to do this video later. Well, not later, earlier. What am I saying? I meant to do this a while ago, but I just never got around to it, you know. But here I am. I made it. You now know I do not play Genshin Impact anymore. I didn't spend a dime on this game. I don't. Thankfully, thank goodness, I am not. I don't have an addictive personality. It's easy for me to just say whatever and leave it alone. I don't ever suffer from what do you call it? The sunk cost fallacy. I don't suffer from the sunk cost fallacy. I don't give in to microtransactions. The only time the time I do spend on microtransactions is rare. It's few and far between. I've spent a little bit on. I spent money on Warframe because I believe that Warframe deserved it and that they did things right. And I have over 1,500 hours, 2,000 hours in that video game. So I felt it was okay to spend a little bit of money on Warframe, a game that I put that much time into. And I know it's gonna sound I know it sounds hypocritical of me to talk about Warframe like that. One of the most grindy free-to-play games ever. But then complain about the grind in Genshin Impact, but the grind is the reason why I have not touched a Warframe in over a year. I got burnt out on it. I'm about to say grind. The game, one of the nicknames for Warframe is Grind Frame. You know, Warframe is what turned me off to super grindy free to play online games. So yeah, so no hypocrisy there. I understand. Yeah, I don't play Warframe anymore exactly because of the grind. I can't stand super grindy stuff anymore, you know. I also bought microtransactions for Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 is an excellent video game, one of the greatest FPSs out there, and my favorite first-person shooter. So I kicked a few bucks towards them and bought a couple of the Prime Titans, and neither one of those games have any loot boxes in them. Titanfall 2. Not only does Titanfall 2 not have any loot boxes, but it also doesn't have any premium currency. So in Titanfall 2, you just pay for everything up front. You get what you want. You're like, hey, I want this skin. You pay for that skin with real money, and boom, you have that skin. And the prices are fine as well. There's no price gouging or none of that stuff in Titanfall 2. Titanfall 2 is one of the few AAA, $60, video games that did microtransactions the right way. In Warframe, although you do have premium currency, you can buy and you can sell and trade in Warframe. So you can sell stuff for the premium currency, which is platinum, in Warframe, and there are people who earn premium currency entirely by just selling things without ever having to spend a penny. I've sold plenty of things and made some nice chunk of platinum. So yeah, Warframe does things great, and Titanfall 2 does things great as far as microtransactions are concerned. Only when I feel a video game is deserving of my money do I give it money. I don't just throw money out. I don't have an addictive personality. I've been playing Overwatch since 2017, and I haven't put a dime into that game. I have not bought one loot box. Yeah, so that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy my content, please give it a like. If you dislike it, thumb it down. You know, I'm gonna be honest, do whatever you want, but obviously I prefer to thumb up. Please subscribe if you enjoy my content and you want more. Check out the links below in the description, my Twitter, my Discord, my Twitch, and all that type stuff. I try to stream Sunday through Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern. I don't know, I'm usually not on time. I usually start streaming like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, sometimes even a half an hour after 9 o'clock. So, you know, I stream on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time through Restream. So no matter which platform you choose, you will get the same experience, guys, or the similar experience. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.